Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me again for a lesson on love and being apart. I hope you have enjoyed all of the videos. I know I sure have. I loved watching the videos for Mr. Matt, for Miss Sabby, Miss Danny. Those were so great. So today, what I would like to do is to talk to you about how love does not break or need to be fixed. It's always with us. And we are going to keep it super simple. So let's get started with our book. Sound good to you? I brought a book to share with you, and the name of my book is No Matter What. It was written and illustrated by Debbie Gliori, and the publisher is HMH Books. Let's get started, okay? Small was feeling grim and grumpy. So our book is about small and large. Do you ever feel grim or grumpy? Boy, I know I sure do. I'm all by myself in my house, and I can't get together with my friends. I can't do a lot of the things that I like to do. Do you feel that way too? Good grief, said Large. What is the matter? Can you see Small? He's under the bucket. He sure doesn't look very happy, and he's torn his room apart. I'm grim and I'm grumpy, said Small, and I don't think you love me at all. Oh, Small, said Large, grumpy or not, I'll always love you, no matter what. If I were a grumpy grizzly bear, would you still love me? Would you still care? Of course, said Large. Bear or not, I'll always love you, no matter what. But if I turned into a squishy bug, would you still love me and give me a hug? Of course, said Large. Bug or not, I'll always love you, no matter what. No matter what, said Small with a smile. What if I were a crocodile? Sometimes I kind of feel like a crocodile. I'd still hold you close and snug and tight and tuck you into bed each night. But does love wear out? Does it break or bend? Can you fix it or patch it? Does it mend? With time together, a smile and a kiss, love can be mended with things like this. But what about when you're far away? Does your love go too, or does it stay? Look up at the stars. They're far, far away, but their light reaches us at the end of each day. Do you see Large and Small? They're looking out the window together at the stars up in the sky. It's like that with love. We may be close, we may be far, but our love still surrounds us wherever we are. And that's the end to our storybook. And I wanted to just think a minute about those stars. Could you maybe go outside tonight and look at the stars? Do you remember back in the book of Genesis when the Lord took Abram out and he said, "Look up at the stars. This is how many will be in your family someday." And Abram, at that point, had no children, and he was an old man. He had to decide right then, do I believe what God says? Do I believe that God made me, that He loves me, and that He has a perfect plan for my life. And think about the disciples when they were on the boat in the storm, and they looked up and they saw the stars. It's the very same stars that we see. And Jesus talked to them, and He calmed the storm. Remember that? And for the man that couldn't see, when he was healed by Jesus, he looked up and he saw those very same stars. And I want to remind you, boys and girls, that those stars can remind you, just like they remind me, that God loves me, that God made me, and that God has a perfect plan for me, even when we're apart. Let's take a look at our memory verse, okay? And our memory verse tells us that I am with you and I will protect you everywhere you go. I will not leave you until I have done what I promised you. Genesis 28:15. What a great memory verse to remind us that God has a perfect plan for us. And I want you to think about that this week. And go outside and look at the stars. Think about your friends that are outside looking at the stars too. Maybe some loved ones that you haven't been able to see in a while. And I'll think about you when I go outside and I look at the stars too. So keep it super simple to remember God made you, God loves you, and God has a perfect plan for you. We'll see you next week.